Teaching and learning are vital to the conduct of any language revival effort. In language revival, we wish to raise the vitality of the language through increasing the knowledge of the language, increasing the number of speakers, and extending the domains of use. Learning might be informal, through mentoring on the job, or poring over language resources by themselves. Some Kaurna people tell me that they read the Kaurna dictionary in bed at night. Or learning might be in the form of more traditional formal language classes. If you have ever tried to learn a language by yourself, it is very difficult, even if there are abundant resources available. Language is a social phenomenon, and it's extremely valuable to get together with others and with someone who has more knowledge of the language and who is able to direct your learning in various ways. A range of specialised strategies and methods have been developed for specific language revival situations, and we'll discuss some of them here. Language immersion programs first appeared for the propagation of French in Canada in the 1960s, where concerted efforts were made to teach English-speaking children French, the second official language of Canada. Children in French immersion programs are taught all subject areas in French, but the teachers of these programs are fluent French-English bilinguals and are able to anticipate the difficulties that English-speaking learners might have. They understand well the dynamics of the class. This is not the case with some language submersion programs, such as those taught in Northern Australia. There, English is taught to first language speakers of a range of Aboriginal languages in circumstances where the teacher has no knowledge of the language and culture of the children. Very successful language immersion programs were established for Irish in Belfast and for Manx on the Isle of Man since 2003. In New Zealand, as from 1982, the Māori language movement used the principles of language immersion to reintroduce the Māori language en masse to toddlers in preschools. At that time, the language shift to English was well advanced as a result of past assimilation policies, where parents had been discouraged from teaching their children Māori. Educationists argued that children would be disadvantaged in education and employment opportunities unless they abandoned Māori. The Kohanga Reo language nests engaged native Māori-speaking grandmothers to come into the preschool, interact with the children, and just speak Māori and only Māori, thereby immersing the children in the Māori language. There are now over 460 Kohanga Reo throughout New Zealand, as well as several Kohanga Reo in Australia and the United Kingdom, serving the expatriate Māori populations there. Seeing their success, the Hawaiian language movement adopted a similar strategy in 1984 by implementing their Punana Leo. There are currently 11 Punana Leo located on 5 islands. As a result of the rich and stimulating immersion, most Hawaiian preschoolers are able to speak Hawaiian within just 3 to 4 months. More recently, language nests have been established in Canada, Australia, in New South Wales, and Kununurra in Western Australia, as well as in Taiwan. The language nest approach is especially suited to language revitalisation contexts, where fluent first language speakers are available in numbers, but may be more difficult or impossible to apply in other situations.